Again, right, Esme and Benedetta debut in Season 17. Will they be able to pull it off and take us to Game 3?
I mean, if you watch MPLPH, Stanford just did a very, very Benedetta masterclass, you know, how to play Benedetta. But here, mid lane poke, Navi for sure is gonna win it. Zuxin Khalid, so strong. For the X-Lane, at least we're gonna see more active, you know, cars against Kin. It's more, because it's Benedetta against the Valentina, no more Uranus. And in the gold lane, it's favoring Shife for sure. And this emblem by Bayou, everything's normal, you know, nothing's crazy. Still the fighter emblem for the Freya, common emblem Kin with the still same emblem, Cars with the fighter emblem with, and also little ignition, so more damage, more poke. So yeah, it's gonna be a very, very explosive fight.
Yeah. And this Lunox pick is to shred the Esmeralda down. But again, you need something to win out the mid prio. Oh, Mueza.
Yeah, still holding on towards that flicker. Great calculation there. And Noryu's not level 4 just yet.
Yep. Small Patrick all around. And now maybe I think we'll have a hard time against Eve.
Yeah.
He's gonna struggle a bit. Ooh. Especially now that Dewa did not really flex the Freya to the XP.
Ando took the green cap because Dolan was not level 4.
Yeah. Got a steal right there.
It's now a bit tricky because Turtle is coming up and Olin is not level 4 just yet. Not even a minion slain. And Andori waiting in the wings. He has the Phantom Steed. The ultimate is ready. Lift off.
Yeah, that's Mueza though targeted. That's gonna be a flicker already triggered by Navi before the turtle. That's gonna be a green light. That's a knock-up, should be. Almost there. Oh, take a look at the bottom side of the map here. Kin pops the Phantom Seed himself on the turtle. Kin doing insane work, but Andori still clutch with the retribution. Now they want the collapse. That's a big petrified by cars. Afro finds the first blood as Andoryu will still fall. Now that's gonna be Dewa trying to find a trade, but that's about it. 1-for-1. But Navi, they got the turtle.
That was Kin solo holding 3 players by himself. But no attack speed, so that means his auto attack swings very slow.
But what was Kingston? First game, I want to be Cho. Second game, I want to be Leomord. Like, I think Kins will be taking the Phantom Steed every team fight, especially with the tank build. I think he will be a nuisance. He will be just annoying everyone on Nafi's side with the Phantom Steed. A very, very tanky Barbiel and Leomord as a Palatina tank. But yeah, I think that's a very, very good rotation for both teams. Both is a 5v5 fight, you know, early in the first turtle. Oh, wow.
Oh,
whoa!
Kin just styling with the Benedetta ult there. Electro final blow pops to 1v1, forcing the real Benedetta to recall. Mueza though caught, knocked up, but seems like Andoryu wasn't able to find the connection to take him down there.
Oh, that's a fair and square. Uh-oh. Dolan is gonna be fine. Take a look at the heart rate by Infinix. Heart rate 101 for maybe. And Kin is just chilling. Kin is super chill. He's 85.
He is ice cold.
Oh, 144 for Dolan?
That's a high heart rate.
Yo.
That's zone 2 for me. That's zone 2, baby.
Zone 2 when you're running around? My oh my. This is actually very nice. This is a nice addition.
It's a very nice addition.
Thank you, Infinix. Thank you, MPL. Thank you, Moonton, for this. Now we know who is ice cold and who runs with the heat behind their back. But yeah, that was a very beautiful 1v1 down bottom. Samurai against Samurai. It's gonna be a very honorable battle. And now, Navi, they have the lead, 1.1k gold. Heptasy is completed for Cars. What else will they look for?
I think they're still gonna look for a 5v5 team fight, especially with Cars or with the Benedetta. Very, very mobile hero. I think it's gonna be a very explosive fight on the turtle. On the turtle, we're gonna be seeing a lot of 5v5 fights here.
That's rotation though. That's Octa isolated, forced to use that Order of Brilliance. So that's info. Now on the turtle we go as Dewa United still struggling with 4 members. Octa is still in the mid lane. Mueza taking a beating. Take a look at Kin in the back. Steed from him. That's going to be a reposition. But that's Andoryu. Clutch with the turtle. Down goes maybe, and they found an angle. Kin, Mueza stuck, but there goes the damage on towards Mueza. Andoryu now mounted. Almost pulled back, but that's great positioning by Andoryu now. Mueza isolated in front.
Run, Patrick!
Time, but that's going to be Navi again, finding the neutral objective and taking another kill down. Mueza though, still tanky enough with
Patrick!
this glue. finally he goes down in the hands of Book here. But man, I like this. We really might see a game 3.
Oh, is mayonnaise an instrument? SpongeBob, he was running around
He really was.
into the back. Well, that's a tanky glue. So at least that's a positive point. But for Dewa, if it comes to the late game, will they still have a chance?
Yeah, they still have a chance. So first with the Lunox spreading the front line, you know. Oh wait, Kin. Just gonna escape, you know.
Good nip.
Yeah.
Styling around with the Alakazam. But let's take a look back on that turtle fight because I think it was a very, very good. You know, Kin was trying to find out the Leomord. He wanted to try to steal the Phantom Steed. But Ando doesn't give it to him. So that's why Kin needs to double dash to the front to get to the Leomord and maybe needs to overcome it during that turtle fight. So it's a very beautiful to watch and a very good Alakazam.
Oh, great composure again. Kin just flickers out of danger. That was a 2v1 attempt in the bottom side. Now take a look at the top. It's a 3v1. Shiva sniffing that, you know what? This is a little bit too much, so letting go of the structure might be the right call.
At least Dewa know they can't dive to Esmeralda without the Lunox.
Yep.
They need the Lunox shred to come in handy to kill down Sive. Now, mounting in.
Yeah, that's going to be the mount on towards Andoryu. Dewa finds a collapse, finds Andoryu! That's going to be the fight that they need. Now Dewa looking for other members as Navi will not be able to contest the last turtle.
What happened there? One swing and it's all done.
This is why I said Dewa is so beautiful. Their fundamentals, they're playing with a number advantage. They can skip up the wave on the bottom lane to join the fight, and then Cars wasn't rotating right. So it's a 5v4 for Dewa and they just commit and collapse. A very good fight for Dewa.
Oh, beautiful take from Dewa forcing in. And they know they need to do that because if they can't, the gold lead will just even fluctuate further for Navi. And now it's down 200 after it was 1.2k, 1.6k gold. Wow, insanity. And after the team fight, you can see the heart rate going up again. And for Moeza, it's all chill. 65, all good in the hood.
They practically equalized. Now they want to focus him. This shifter focus on towards the bottom side. Maybe misses. Cars
Minion.
by under the turret. And he found the outplay. Cars finally taken down. But that's going to be Kin popping the steed. What will this guy do? It's a 1v1 so far, but Afro now joins the fight. Does not respect the 1v1. Now, will they be able to close it out? Not just yet. Yeah, they're just satisfied in taking Cars down.
They want more.
They want more.
They're pushing in.
Yep.
That's a structure. A 3-1.
Flicker.
The flicker as well. Oak here forced to use that flicker under the turret now. Take a look at Afro stunned. Piranha separates the fight here, but Afro goes down. Both roamers now out of the picture.
Oh my god. Moeza flickering in with full confidence. He knows that he's going to split the fight into two.
Yep.
So at least Dewa can deal with the other players. We know this by GoPay. Lunox becomes the second most picked hero for Octa from his debut season MPLID season 13 with 11 picks and a 72.73% win rate. And I do believe that I completely forget Lunox is an Octa power pick.
Yep.
Ever since last season, you were on the receiving end
Yes.
of his Lunox as well. So yeah, this is actually a power pick too for Octa.
Yep. And it also helps to shred out the front line of Navi in this game. But actually, Octa, this game was kind of, you know, shut down by Ukir and Afro in the mid lane. But Dewa, man, this season so good. They always find a way to bounce back and try to win the game. And here, maybe clearing faster than the Benedetta, and I think they're trying to look for fights now.
Yep.
This is going to be 5-4 for Dewa.
Brute Force breastplate completed per kit. Itemizing like a Leomord. And if you take a look at the skin, it's not even horses, it's motorcycles. It's like Valentino Rossi against Marc Marquez.
Ooh.
In some way, in some fashion. And by the way, Dolan's 3-0. So this Suyo is A-okay.
Yep.
So far, farming the items, has the Malefic Roar as well. There's gonna be extra damage. Now this Lord will be very important. Will Navi throw again yet another beautiful early game, Donnie?
Dolan is level 14, right? So 2 levels above Andoryu. You mentioned them. Suyo just having a good time. He definitely is. This is why Dewa United, they're taking their time. You know, they're not being too hasty.
Cars.
They're taking their dear time and just looking out for info. Like looking out for the, just their scouting, right? That's going to be a 1v1 though in the mid lane. Doesn't really commit it. All spells are up, so we expect big team fights here.
And they have the waves pushing for them as well. I mean, up top, it's going to be cleared by CV right now. It's going to push back, bounce back towards Dewa. Slow push, maintaining on bottom. It's going to shift on towards NAVI. So now it's all about just controlling the waves and buying time for this Lord. Andoyu is pushed back. This Lord is too far. They're going to concede it.
Perfectly executed by Dewa United Esports, man. That's going to be a free one, and NAVI, no compensation whatsoever.
Yeah, they get nothing.
They were so clean, man. They know the long lanes and the near lanes was gonna push them. The minions are going towards them, and they just force the Lord, which is a very, very good decision making once again for Dewa United Esports.
Oh,
1v1?
1v2.
1v2.
A little step there by Cars. Overstepping, and that's just a free kill for Dewa. No reason to while the Lord is up.
Yeah. Well, Cars thought it was gonna be a 1v1. He's crying in the corner now. Well, now V. Slowly in this array, Dewa, all they need to do is not throw. That Lord's gonna push. They're gonna maintain the tri-lane push as well, Coach Do.
Yep. I think it's gonna be a tri-lane push. I think, but this is the first Lord, so there's still Holy Shield for the towers.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna destroy all the second tier towers. But I think for Dewa, again, two fighters, it's kind of hard to siege, especially on the high ground. So I think it's gonna be. Oh, but the Holy Shield was top lane.
The Lord gets a charge right there, Goni.
That's a big one. That's going to be NAVI with a stun. Now NAVI, can they hold on? The structure in the top will be taken down as NAVI is trying to hold on the mid lane turret. Dewa looking to shuffle resources. Two-man knockup. A big one. Down goes Dolan and Kin. This might be the window. This might be the breathing room that NAVI needs.
Is it worth it though? Trading 2 kills for 2 turrets.
I think it's okay because they get both inhibited. Wait
Oh.
a minute.
They're overcommitting. Dewa United now looking for an angle. That's CV damage from Octa. Take a look at Chive now. Almost burst it down. Maybe finds an angle. Octa taken down low though. Take a look at this Rhea jumping around now. This might be too much, but the damage from Maybe is enough to make him sustainable enough. But Mweza isolated here.
Oh, Mweza.
Patrick with the split now. Mounting one, but his death is inevitable. That's going to be now. Mweza, what the heck? The damage from the Curse Helmet and the Chastised Ball Drone will be enough to take Cars down.
What?
I did not expect that.
Mweza! Insane! Patrick kills you, man.
That was questionable. Why was the NAVI players was hitting cars while he was mounted?
Oh
my.
Patrick's stronger than Naruto, that's for sure.
That was kind of questionable, but again, I think back to what we were talking about, I think it's worth it because they got both inhibited towers, so they don't need to like give prio to the lanes that Tard has been destroyed.
Yeah.
So, but thankfully for Navi, the long lane Tard is still intact, but maybe right now, I think it's unkillable, and his mechanics is very, very on point. He flickered out the Falling Star Moon, in which that it might kill him. So yeah, it's been very maybe on the flank.
Oh, the Lord.
It's gonna be blitzed.
Done and dusted. Dewa get full control. And now Navi has to turtle up again. They have to hide again and wait for another round of base defense.
I think it's kind of hard for Navi now because Dewa, although they're playing 2 fighters, Navi is also playing 2 fighters. And the fighters in Dewa side is more scaling.
Yeah.
Freya, and also the mid lane, they have Lunox to shred out the Esme, and also the Leomord. And Kin just taking whatever ults he feels like in the team fight. As we can see, he kind of always gets the Leomord in the big 10 fight, but if he wants to initiate, he kind of took the lead, a very, very good tools also, and they were sieging into the high ground.
Yeah. Cars is stunning. That wave is going to recall now. They're going to take down wave, rather, the turret down bottom, sorry. They're going to get the crystal.
Yeah, they want to close the series out. Let's see. Do they have enough firepower to do so? Navi holding on. They're alive here. They want to take the turret down. If they want to take the Lord down,
Minions?
Dewa United will not have more minions. They will have a 1 lane in the mid lane though, crashing, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Navi still standing with 5 members, so enough power to clear definitely. Dewa not panic. They will just hit the reset button though.
Dewa is not able to crack the code as of yet. Navi with another stronghold again. I feel like on paper, the wave clear on this Navi side is not the best, the high ground. But I mean, you do have cars, surely.
Yeah.
But the rest of them, not really the best, Coach. Though. So how
Yeah.
did they defend that?
I think it's because it's still just the second Lord. It's not the Luminous Lord, not the Enhanced Lord. So I think it's defendable. But yeah, now with no turrets for Navi, it's gonna be quite hard. I think they should just go an all-in team fight, you know, because it is gonna be a slow pain for Navi. This is gonna be a very, very slow pain.
It's one of those slow burn deaths,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Slow burn games, Goni. Your favorite? It's gonna be super slow and bending doom, I'd say. But for Dewa, obviously slip-ups might happen. What's gonna be the window for Navi then to kind of like prepare their comeback?
I think it comes down to Ukir and how he positioned himself in the team fight. Because, you know, Zuxin, especially in the new patch, if he gets the tanky boys, it kind of pack a punch, the Lantern Flare, especially the Slam. So if Ukir can free hit at the back, Lantern Flaring all of Dewa's players, I think it's gonna be like, you know, the comeback chance for Navi. But with those lot of dives in Dewa, I doubt it. But yeah, anything can happen. Shive finishing the Ice Queen 1, so yeah, Ukir and Shive now has the Ice Queen 1, you know, against two fighters, very good items, can just kite it out. But maybe, I think in the long lanes, there's no answer for maybe.
Yep. Mind you that the Esmeralda hasn't died just yet. So at least that proves there is resilience. Trying to dodge the Lunok Shred.
Yep.
But the Lord spawns, and again they will have Prio on it. They're gonna entangle the players of Navi.
They want to collapse it. That's the flicker from Shiva. That's going to be the seed as well from Kin. Now trying to take the lead down. Dewa United here just slowly collapsing. Navi will reposition. Mars finds a shutdown, a big one. Afro loses immortality as Kin is able to zone out members of Navi. That's going to be Afro taken now.
Kin?
That's going to be 2 members off the board for Dewa United. No! Octa finds the execution. The first damage is enough to take cars down. And now Dewa United have equalizing members. Now let's see Dewa United. They want to find Andori. That's an immobilization here. Dolan not able to close the gap just yet. Here comes Ukir, intimidating members of Dewa United.
Well, that was a back and forth fight, but Navi still showing grit. They're still able to fight. They're still in this game. Moeza mounting.
Yeah, that's order. Pops, that's big info.
A lot of
Now
minions
one
there, a lot.
members.
The minions.
Take a look at the minions here in favor of Dewa United. They can prolong this. Let's see cars up in 3. That's going to be Moeza now. Oh,
wow.
Damage from Octa! Finds the angle to take Shiva down. That's going to be a trade though. Seed and Pop maybe very low. Flicks out of danger. And Doryu wants a kill! By mortality bought in time. Down goes Ukir. And take a look at Ken doing insanity work on tours on Doryu.
It's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, 4 members on the board. Cars find a saving grace kill. But will it be enough with 20 seconds and more? 15 for Shiva.
Cars.
That's going to be Weza finding a trade there as Cars is able to take him out. But I don't think he has enough to clear the wave. That's an immunity, terrifying.
It's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dewa United finding the cleanest sweep yet again in a week 2 day